Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back again to set the record straight on yet another trending topic that big giant YouTube channels that get paid hundreds of dollars for every video they post couldn't take the time to do their own research on to get the freaking story straight. Do I sound bitter? Good, because I am. Anyway, let's move on. So the guy we're talking about today is Hasan Piker. He's a streamer. Do you guys know what a streamer is? Well, if not, what he does to make his money, which by the way, this man is a multi-millionaire, is he sits for like 8-9 hours a day. You know, the time you spend slaving away at work, and he spends that time sitting at his computer. And with, you know, there's a couple things that he's got to get done. He talks about, you know, politics. He plays games sometimes. He pretty much does whatever he wants, okay? He's got a huge audience. And he can pretty much do whatever he wants for 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, as long as he's sitting at his computer and he's doing this. He's got a camera and a mic and he's live, okay? He's doing it live, okay? And this guy the other day, he lit the internet on fire like he tends to do from time to time, getting people to all argue and get mad and yell at him and shit because he said this. I'll just play the clip here.
A real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired. But a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will.
Now listen, I think that even if you have the greatest job in the world, that doing it every single day eventually will wear down on you. And any amount of labor, like even if it's not hard labor, you're just sitting at a computer and you got to perform for a crowd of people every single day on your live stream. At some point, you know, you're going to feel fatigue. There is a level of fatigue and wear and tear and exhaustion that's going to set in there. Although I would have to say it is not even close to comparable of the level of mental anguish and fatigue your average worker in the United States at least experiences. I mean, working sucks, okay? And a lot of people are in really, really bad situations. They're experiencing fatigue, they're experiencing mental health issues due to working, and they're not a multimillionaire, and they don't get to make their own schedule, and, you know, they don't get to just, like, it's not comparable, okay? It's very, this take in the clip that we just played is so obviously, like, coming from a place of complete disconnection, delusion, someone that just does not get it at all right? Complete nonsense. And because of that clip that went viral on Twitter, a lot of people that make videos similar to myself, like the commentators on YouTube especially, they all reacted to it and they gave their takes and videos that most of them no shorter than 8 minutes. You got to get that mid-roll ads. You got to get those mid-roll ads in, right? Like this one right here. Did a mid-roll ad play? I hope so. I put one in for you. Thanks for the paycheck. Woo! So anyway, yeah, this was like a viral topic. Everybody was discussing that clip. But the problem that I have when I began looking into this is that clip was taken out of context. I'll play the full thing right now. We'll talk about it.
Oh, no. Social battery wise, unless you're in retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job, okay? I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point. Like, there are obviously real jobs out there that are good comparisons. Service sector, people-pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like if you're an accountant or if you're even like in sales, my interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like sucks your social battery and you just tap out after it. Yeah, think about it this way. Like you give presentations for your job, right? Imagine giving a presentation for 9 hours straight. It's like after a while, you would be like, I don't want to talk ever again.
So the video in full context, I know that was a bit long-winded, but I thought it was important to play as much of it as I could because I wanted to just show like how terribly the video that circulated on Twitter was taken out of context, and then all of these YouTube channels with like hundreds of thousands, some of them, subscribers, take that out of context clip without verifying it or doing any research, and they do an 8-minute video on it, and it's like all smashing Hasan. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of things to smash Hasan for. I mean, go watch WillyMac's videos on the guy. I mean, he kind of owned him in those, even when they did the debate. But in this particular instance, the guy didn't really say anything wrong. He just basically said that, like, your manager's job isn't as hard as his. And honestly, I have to agree with that. Do you have a job? All right. Do you have a manager that doesn't do fucking anything all day? Yeah, his job's easier than Hasan Piker's. All right. And that being said, you know, my job and your job is probably harder than Hasan's. I mean, there's levels to this shit. And what the guy's doing is a job. He does make a career out of it. He is live 8 to 9 hours a day, even if a couple of those hours are spent with just his chair. Just his chair. Because Hasan's chair meme, haha, funny. But then that sparked a whole debate online over like what's harder and what's more difficult to do. And listen, I'm not a professional streamer. I stream occasionally on this channel, and it's all just for the fun. Okay, it's for the lols. I don't really make any money on the streams, really, unless you want to come by and donate. Maybe buy a membership and shit. I can make money, but it's not a meaningful amount, especially compared to when I make my videos. But it sparked this whole debate online, and then, you know, these streamers got to all get together and back up Hasan because they're self-conscious about how little they have to work for their money. Just like, you know, you ask an old person how much they paid for their house, they don't want to give you a straight answer, right? It's like the same thing. It's like everybody wants to act like they've had the hardest time in the world, and they've had to overcome the greatest obstacles that any human being has ever had to overcome to achieve their goals. And it's normally not the case. I mean, quite frankly, this is the real world. Like, a lot of people that get to comfortable places in life, at one point they got a break. Not everybody, but most people. But for some reason, people just like don't ever want to admit to that. And Hasan became a catalyst for some of these people. And that's just a phenomenon that happened. I mean, clearly, you know, streaming to most capacities that people are willing to exhibit online is not nearly as demanding or fatiguing as a normal job that somebody's working. It's just that's not even up to debate in my mind. I mean, if you feel differently, I really don't. I'd love to be in your shoes. I'd love to be in your shoes if you have a job and you're watching these streamers back up Hasan's out of context clip, and you're like, damn, that guy is right. There's no way I work harder than him. I want your job. You see me? Do you see the way I look right now? Do you see what's going on? I'm miserable. Do you know why I'm currently miserable? Because my job right now fucking sucks. It's terrible. All right? This is the reality for many people. I'm not unique. I'm not special. That's just how it is, okay? But that's normal, okay? And I'm saying that even for the streamers, okay? Like, you're gonna get fatigued if you're doing the same thing every single day. But like, for these streamers to not be able to acknowledge they have it way better than most people is like me. Like, I have it way better than somebody like, I don't know, changing oil at Firestone. I've done that job before. I know that I have it better than those people. Okay, like there's levels to this shit. No matter how good you have it, you're always it's just life. Okay, you're always gonna get fatigued. You're always gonna get sick of the same old. That's just how it is. So, you know, give these streamers a little bit of credit. You know, they're not full of shit when they say this is fatiguing. Things are fatiguing for them. They're getting exhausted with live streaming. Their social batteries are depleted. But also, like, yeah, that's kind of bullshit too, because for them not to acknowledge that the audience that they're speaking to most likely has it way worse than them, it is tone deaf and stupid. But it is also important to acknowledge that is not what Hasan said. Okay, so it's just funny that the people that are even defending Hasan, they're not even defending the point Hasan made. They're defending the out of context clip that people made of Hasan. It's such a clusterfuck. It's really disappointing. I've been a fan of commentary on YouTube for like a really long time now. Probably not as long as many people, but as far as like the younger guys, like, yeah, for a really long time. And I look around at what other people are talking about for inspiration for my own shit, and then I take the extra 5 seconds as somebody who's probably going to make 32 cents on this video to actually confirm like the clips and look into what's actually going on. And I don't know if you've noticed, but like my last 2 videos, the first one was just like the verbally situation. People were like reacting and the shit was right in front of their face, the other half of the story, and nobody was talking about it. And then the other story, I guess, I don't know, you look into comment sections on my QT Cinderella video, you can see exactly what nobody wanted to talk about it. There's like a couple commentary channels that are worth looking into right now. Nicholas Diorio is back. I want to recommend Big Bungie. but I'm scared to. But I'm going to anyway. Check him out. He's pretty vulgar and terrible, but he makes me laugh the same way South Park makes me laugh. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So yeah, check out Big Bungie. Check out Nicholas Diorio. WillyMacShow is always killing it. And drop some other good commentary channels in the comment section right now, because it's probably the depression that I'm developing from my workplace, my work, but I'm just becoming so black-pilled. All right, that's it. I don't know. See ya. Thanks for watching. Bye.